Hi.
You're live right now?
And I'm, yep. So you're on TV, so.
Wherever the TV camera goes. We've got several cameras here, one there. Actually, 4 cameras total. We've been building up cameras over time to try to get the word out to everybody.
Hey, Eric.
Well, you guys are teachers back there, is that it? Or you just, okay.
Guys. Hey, guys, please respect the mayor now, right? Okay. Thank you.
So, did you learn much?
Yes!
Okay, and as you know, the mayor is the executive branch of the city. I'm the chief officer, executive officer. It's an elected position. I guess you know that already. It's a 4-year term. I'm on my first term, 4th year. Election's coming up November 1st, I think. And we do have a race. Somebody's running against me, which is always good, because then you can talk about things. I see everybody has cards for questions. Let's see what else. Well, let me say a few words about what the city is. I think Scott showed you a little bit of the map of the city. It's a nice map, right? A little bit dated, but works. I think it's from 2005. We have another map over there with the zoning as well. That's an updated one. We've got a budget of about $31 to $32 million. So it's a lot of money that gets spent running the city for the fire, the police, council, which is the legislative branch. Our #1 employer is the Ohio University. So a lot of people work for Ohio University. A lot of your parents probably do as well. Next one after that, I think, is actually the county as a public work employment. Then we have other ones like Stu Mack, which makes banjos. Okay, I think I should ask questions here. Let me start with questions. I'm going to work my way through with, let's see. Okay, how about you right there?
Have you signed any bills?
Have I signed any bills? I signed bills and ordinances. They call them ordinances because of resolutions. It's the same thing as a bill. Yeah, I was just signing a few right now. We passed about 5 of them last night. One was the green building improvements, so the buildings become more energy efficient. Another one is to move some money from, to build, to do some energy saving devices on the community center. So we do sign bills, lots of them. Sometimes I veto them too, but very seldom. Go ahead.
Do you think you want to run for mayor again?
Yes, I'm going to do another term at least, okay? Let me, you got cards back here? Let me go catch you. You two. You first. Go ahead. What is the easiest part of my job? That's a good one. Actually, probably the easiest part of my job is being in a parade. Does that make sense? I mean, you basically have a good time. You get some exercise because you're walking in a parade.
You get a lot of candy.
And you get, you get a lot of candy too. Yes, that's true.
Lots of it.
How about you? What do I like about Athens? Oh, I like lots of things about Athens. I did not grow up here. I grew up just outside New York City. I like the pace. It's nice and slow. I like the hillsides. I like the university because it gives you a lot of intellectual and stimulus as well as culture. It gives you a little bit of both, small town stuff and activities. Okay, let me go catch you in the back here. How about you, all the way blue in the back there?
What's your favorite sport?
What's my favorite sport? You picked a sore spot there. I really don't play that many sports. I don't really enjoy sports that much. If anything, I'd say fencing would be my favorite sport. And it's more like a one-to-one thing. So that's what I enjoy. How about you right there in pink? What's the hardest part of being mayor? The hardest part is probably trying to balance the budget, looking at the dollar amounts and the resources. We have so many things going on in the city, and we only have so much money to spend things on it, like roads, water, sewer, the police, fire. We're trying to buy a new fire truck, and it's $1 million. And it's like that. So the hard part is trying to get the money to match what you need, and it gets pretty stressful at times. Okay, you.
What's your favorite book?
What's my favorite book? Ooh, wait. Probably whatever book I'm reading these days. I'm reading a Lord.
Any.
What?
Any book, in your childhood or your adult.
Oh. Probably any of the Sherlock Holmes detective stories. Sherlock Holmes by Arthur Conan Doyle.
Sherlock Sammy does it again.
Hmm?
Sherlock Sammy does it again.
Sherlock Sammy does it again. Okay. Okay, so that's one of my favorite books there. And I grew up reading it and rereading it, and I find it very interesting. How about you in green right there? No, you right there.
How long have you wanted to be mayor?
How long have I wanted to be mayor? Probably about 8 months before I ran for mayor. I really was on city council. I was on the legislative part-time job. I was where Kent Butler is, first ward member of council. So as a result, I ended up, some people wanted me to run, so I did. Okay, let's keep going on. How about you? Why did I want to be mayor? Well, I was concerned where the city was growing, how it was going, how it was being managed. I think at that time, I knew a little bit about running a city. Now I've learned a lot more. I respect the previous mayor a lot more because of all the work that it takes to do this. Let's see. You with the tree on your shirt there. You.
How many offices do you work at?
How many offices? Offices. You mean actually where location?
Like where do you work at?
Where I what?
Where do you work at?
Mostly downstairs. We have several conference rooms. I think you have one downstairs, one conference room in the back. There's one in the front. I work up here too. Last night I was sitting right there with council as we went through a bunch of committees. I have one office downstairs on the first floor, but I end up a little bit every place. You right there. To your right there. You first, then you.
Well, have you met the governor?
Yes, I have. Oh, no, not the new governor. I haven't met Kasich yet. Governor Kasich yet. No. Go ahead, in front here.
What is the most important part of being mayor?
What is the most important part of being mayor? The most, well, I would say the most important part of being mayor is actually representing everybody and listening to everybody and being fair. Does that make sense? How about you in green then?
What's your favorite part about being mayor?
My favorite? Well, besides the parades, having good meetings. Having good meetings with a lot of smart people, like you guys. Literally. You have a good meeting with somebody, a group of people. They've got great ideas. They have lots of energy. The ideas are tied to reality, so to speak, on how things should be done. And I walk away saying, wow, this is great. You know? Let's see. How am I going to try over here? You with the pigtails, right there. You, yes. No, yeah, right there. Is that what they call me?
Justin Bieber?
What?
You like Justin Bieber?
I like Justin Bieber. No, I'm way too old for that. That's the problem right there.
Me too.
I'm about 21,000 days old, okay? Just think about that. So, yeah, that's a lot of days. About 21,500, somewhere around there. What? You're not 19,000. You're probably closer to 8,000 days, I'd imagine. Although I couldn't do the math in my head. So can anybody do the math on how old they are and how many days?
If you had a calculator, I could.
Yeah, you see, that's why you need a calculator. And you have to think about leap years, too. How about you, right there? Do I want to be there? Yes, yes, I do. In gray, right there. How old I am, besides 21,000 days? 57 years and so many months, maybe about 5 months.
So many months.
Yeah. I should know that better than days, but every once in a while I look at the days because then I can think about how many times I've watched the sunset. You in gray, standing up.
How much money does it take to fill up a fire truck?
How much what?
How much money does it take to fill up a fire truck?
To fill up a fire truck? Ooh, with water you mean, or personnel? People, gas.
Gas.
Wow, I don't even know that. It's probably a lot of money. It's got to be, you know, I don't know how many gallons go into a fire truck in terms of gasoline. Probably a lot. And probably it's actually diesel. And it's even more expensive. But I'm willing to bet they drop at least a couple $100 when they have to fill one of those things up.
I have a question.
Yeah, well, where's that? Yes, go ahead.
If you could do more or less paperwork, what would you choose?
If I could do what now?
More or less paperwork.
More or less paperwork. Oh, definitely less paperwork. That's easy. Would you like to do more or less paperwork?
No, especially on homework.
Okay, there you go, right there. There's your answer.
Especially homework.
Okay, you in blue back there. You. Yes.
Why do you like being there?
Why do I like being there? Well, it gives me a sense of helping people, helping the city. Technically, I am a public servant, and I serve you guys and your parents and the city. And it's always good to feel that you're helping along the way there. Let's pick somebody who hasn't had a question. How about you and Camo right there? Yes, you. That's you. You have a question? Where do I live? I live on 3 Mary Street. That's on the west side of town. It's a small street, about a block and a half, by West Elementary, about 2 blocks from West Elementary. It's a purple house. You can't miss it. Let's see other questions here. You in green, all the way back. Yes, you. Where was I born? I was born in Queens, New York. Maspeth, Queens, New York. I think they changed the name of the hospital once I was born. I'm not sure if that was because of me or not. And I grew up in Long Island, just outside New York City. So I always thought every city was just like New York. And as I go around saying, gee, this doesn't look like New York, you know? And so I learned that every city is not like New York. Every city has some good parts and bad parts. And and you should make the most of any of them. Okay, let's see. How about you in green? Next one.
How do you think kids can help our community?
What now?
How do you think kids can help our community?
Oh, how you kids can help the community? There's lots of ways. First, I would say learn your lessons. And I say that generically, but the idea is to be good citizens. And remember that you build the community. You're part of the city. And everything you do reflects that. And you can make changes. I mean, my first time coming to council, I sat where you sat. And I sat there and I didn't understand how government went. I never had a government class like this. They never did this in New York for some reason. And I found out how government worked, and I realized that I can change things and do things just by being here, adding my wisdom, learning the lessons, learning how government works, and what I see as a vision of the city. And that's what kids can do. They can say, what do I want the city to be? How do I want the city to be? And you want to study that. It's not just let's have more parades with candy or more skate parks, something like that. It's more like, what do we want for the entire city, for everybody to make it work? Okay? How about you back there?
What's your favorite color?
What?
What's your favorite color?
What's my favorite color? I never really think about it. Most of the time it seems to be blue, but occasionally it seems to be purple. What happens is I'll look at my wardrobe over time and I say, wow, it went from black to blue to purple to green. But right now it seems to be more blue. Okay?
Bluish.
Bluish, yes, that's it. It's bluish. Let's see. How about you right there?
Do you have any siblings?
Do I have any siblings? I have 2 brothers and 1 sister. I have an older brother who is an airline pilot. I have a younger brother who works in electronics. I have a sister who actually works in a school. She's a secretary in a school in Hawaii.
What's your name? The show.
What? Does she go to East? No, I don't think so. Not in Hawaii. She's actually, they're getting furlough days, so she's not working like 1 day a week, a month or something like that. She's not happy about that. I'm not sure you guys would be happy with it either back there. But she likes what she's doing. She really started because her kids were in the school, and she kind of folded into it, I guess. How about you, Rob? You.
How old are you?
Oh, I think somebody asked that over there.
Yeah.
57 going on 58, 57, 58. What, in 1953? How's that sound? Can you do the math?
No.
What?
1953.
You're older than Dad.
I'm probably older than your dad. Okay, let's see. Who else? Yes.
What hours do you work?
What hours do I work? Many hours. I usually come in here around 8 o'clock, and the office, City Hall is open between 8 and 4. So I try getting here a little earlier than 8. I don't always succeed, and I try working at least past 4 because after the doors close and the telephones turn off, I can actually get a lot more work done in the last hour or two there. I mean, last night I was here till 9 o'clock, so I went from 8 to 9.
My
So
mom works from 8 to 9 o'clock to 9:30.
it's a lot of time, isn't it? A lot of hours, you know. But the idea is to get the job done. That's more important than anything else. And it's always flexible. I mean, think about it. If I'm on a parade, that's a different hour than on a Saturday. I did a proclamation last Saturday. That was at 9:30 at the community center. And so the hours vary quite a bit. Let's see. Who else? How about you right there? Yes. Yeah.
How many people do you have?
How many people?
How much paperwork?
How much paperwork? Oh, stacks of it, lots of it. I think I was just looking at a 40-page budget just about a half hour ago. I was just signing 6 ordinances, one being in triplicate. So I have lots of paperwork, and all of it has to be retained. It's all public records too. So if somebody comes in and says, "I want that signed piece of paper that you signed 3.5 years ago," I have to show it, find it. So I have to keep good records and give it to them. Okay, you in blue. How long what? How long did I run for mayor?
How many times? You just ran what?
One time, yes, I just ran one time. I ran for city council 3 times, 4 times. 4 times for city council. Again, I was in First Ward. I ran one time at large. I ran one time at First Ward and lost. I ran at large and lost. That's like these guys here. And you know at large means they represent the entire city. So they have to get all the votes from the city. And then I ran for First Ward and won. And then nobody ran against me the second time, interesting enough. So that was an easy one. So I've been running elections. Elections are interesting because you really have to get the signs and you have to think about who you're going to talk to and what you're going to talk about. Okay, other ones. Okay, how about you back there? Yes, you.
What do you do for fun?
What do I do for fun? I like reading a lot. I like reading a lot of science fiction. I actually keep bees, so I actually have a chance to play with bees. I do some gardening. The bees, of course, are very relaxed. When you do a beehive, you have to move real slow and take your time. So it's very relaxing. It's almost like Tai Chi, except with a veil on or something like that. Okay, how about you? Yes. Yes.
When did you become mayor?
When did I come in? 2008, I guess. Yeah, the election was 2007. So it's a 4-year term. City council is a 2-year term. So every 2 years they have to run again. So every 4 years I have to run again. Let's see. How about other questions here? Anybody who haven't answered already? Since you guys have been moving around, it's been hard to keep track of you guys. You in red right there.
Oh, how long do you get to be mayor and how long have you been?
I've been a mayor for 3.5 years, 3 years and 4 months. I can run as many times as I want. It's not term limited. The concept of term limited is some offices you can only run once or twice, like President of the United States. They can only run twice. 4 years, then another 4 years, and then they can't run again. In terms of mayor, you can run as many times as you want, every 4 years.
Is there like a limit or something? Like
No term limits, no. There are term limits at the government level. I believe it's state rep, senators, but there's none here on this level here. Okay, how about you? Yes. Yeah, you right there.
Have you ever met the president?
No, I haven't. And I say that because I almost had, when he was running, he came to Nelsonville, President Obama, when he was running. He's running in the election there. And he spoke. And what was interesting, the speech was ended, and he was on his way out. And I said, okay, it's all done. I turned around and stopped walking out. And then I realized he had turned around and started shaking everybody's hands in front, right where I was standing. But I had said, oh, no, he's not going to be there. Just left. No, I haven't met him. He's probably very busy. If I called him up, I probably wouldn't get an answer on the phone. How about you back there in red?
Who was the first mayor of Athens?
Wow. Good question. I don't know the answer, and I should.
What was the question?
Who was the first mayor of Athens?
They can check the plaque on the way out, because there's a plaque
I think the plaque's still down. They
Yeah.
haven't put it back
Oh,
up
it's
yet.
down? I'm
It's
sorry.
not up.
Okay, I didn't know that. Okay.
They're redoing the plaque, so it's not there. That's a good question. I do not know the answer. I'm sorry. I'll have to look it up. I will have to look that up. I feel like I just got a point off. A B minus. Okay, how about you back there? Yes.
What's your favorite place to visit?
Where is my favorite place to visit? I like Stroud's Run. I like walking around Stroud's Run. I like parks. Sells Parks is nice. I like more like walking in park areas. So when you say visit, that would be it. Or are you talking about actually cities?
Just anywhere.
Oh, well, parks. Locally, parks. It's always fun for that. Yes. What's my family like? Well, let's see. I have a girlfriend, but I am not married. I don't have any kids. My brothers and my sister, we're pretty happy. I don't know. We get along. Sometimes we used to fight a lot. I have a brother, one older, one younger. We used to fight all the time.
Same here.
It wasn't fun at times, but we're much closer now that we're far away. Okay, let's see. How about you back there in black? Yes.
Did you ever play sports?
Did I ever play sport? No. I tried, but I really don't have great coordination. Everybody looks at me and says, "Oh, you're tall. You should be able to play basketball." But every time I hit the basketball, it hits my toe and goes that way. So I'm really not that coordinated. So it's kind of hard for me to enjoy sports when I. Well, something like that. Yes. Okay. How about you, and then you in back. First you.
Do you get to see the family a lot?
Yeah, I visit. I visit I try at least twice a year. We try getting together. I mean, we're scattered all over the place. I've got my brothers are in Virginia, my sister's in Hawaii, my father is in Massachusetts. So we kind of go all to Massachusetts and meet there. My mother passed away, unfortunately. Okay, how about you in back there? Yes.
Do you like Pokemon?
Do I like Pokemons?
What the heck?
Well, I don't know enough about Pokemon to like it or dislike it. I know of it, but I don't think I could say that I'm an expert at it, unfortunately.
I am. I have 500 cards. I don't know.
Okay, come on now. Okay, how about you in back there? You two, with your hands raised.
What's your favorite restaurant?
What's my favorite restaurant? Oh, well, I think I like Casa Nueva a lot. That's one of my favorite ones right there.
That's the open. I like that.
Casa on the courts on West State Street.
Because I know two.
Yeah, there's Casa is basically what in Spanish? Do you know?
Carros.
What's Casa mean in Spanish? Anybody know?
I forgot. I know it. I think I have.
Go ahead.
Good food.
No, it means house. You got it. Who said that? Oh, okay. Yes. Muy bien. Okay, you.
Be president?
Do I want to be president? No. I think
Even more paperwork.
more paperwork. Yeah, you got it right there. It's probably a lot of work. I really, tell you the truth, what I like about being a public servant is that you deal with people very close to you. And in a city, we're about 23,000 people in the city. It seems like a lot, but you get to know a lot of them. I think as president, you'd meet a lot of people, but you wouldn't know them. In fact, really, when I think about it, I was most comfortable I was president of the West Side Community Association for many years, and that was like a neighborhood association, and you got to know everybody quite well that way. This is a little bit more extended, and being president, I imagine you really don't know as many people as you'd like to. Okay, who hasn't asked a question? I can't believe I've gotten everybody.
That's awesome.
Did I really get it? Okay. Wait a second. How about you back there? They're being pointed at.
There's a thumbtack in this one.
Yeah, I think that's to hold something up. I'm not sure what.
Here, guys.
Quite a rowdy group here. Okay, and who haven't I answered a question? Who? Raise your hand, please.
If you have a question, guys,
I don't bite. Do you have a question? How many places have I lived? Oh, wow. Let's see. I lived in New York. We moved twice in New York. Actually, 3 times in New York. So 3 different places in the New York area. I lived in San Diego for a while. San Diego, California. I lived in Marietta when I went to school. I went to school over in Marietta to the 15 miles to the east here. So about 6 or 7 places in terms of, cities.
one last question here.
One last question.
Have you ever gone to like a different city or like a different place or like a meeting or something?
Yes.
Or do you always just do it?
I go to meetings in Columbus quite regularly. Mostly there's a Ohio Municipal League. That's a basic league of cities that we get together and talk. I go over to Marietta. There's a meeting I regularly attend over in Marietta. There's some I attend down towards Gallipolis. So I do go outside the city to go to meetings. Sometimes it's easy to bring people there than, and if it's a meeting that I'm just part of and not leading. Because there's other people who are actually, call meetings. Is that the last question?
Yep, I think that's it, because we're going to have to head. Have you asked your question already? Yeah. Okay. Guys, we're going to have to get ready to head back. Let's thank the mayor for his time, guys.
Thank you.
You're very welcome. Okay?
I know how old you are. 64.
64.